But I know how some men talk, and that's how I saw it, yes.
That was Melania Trump defending Donald Trump after the Access Hollywood tapes dropped. And now Melania is nowhere to be seen at this criminal trial. And as the criminal trial is heading towards its end, as the prosecution is getting ready to rest, Melania Trump did not show up. And the contrast of Donald Trump's family not being there, although Eric showed up, oh, it's Eric. But Donald Trump having politicians show up. And, you know, today you're having Anna Paulina Luna and Matt Gaetz and Andy Biggs. And then we had J.D. Vance and Tommy Tuberville and Byron Donalds and Rick Scott, these corrupt MAGA Republicans. I mean, what a statement to be making to the jury that you're creating political publicity stunts in a case about interfering with the 2016 election by making hush money payments where your lawyers ostensibly are trying to argue that one of the reasons that you did that was to try to protect your family. It shows how you don't give a crap about your family. Melania is embarrassed and ashamed of Donald Trump. We know from her former best friend, who's been on the MeidasTouch network numerous times before, Stephanie Winston Wolkoff. She says there's no chance Melania is showing up because the shame and humiliation that Melania feels right now. And Stephanie Winston Wolkoff knows Melania more than anyone. I want to show this to you. This was an interview that Melania did right around the time Donald Trump was consistently cheating on her, only later to make these hush money payments. So this is Melania on CNN, on the Larry King show, where all this media would just be the propaganda mouthpiece for Donald Trump. But notice what she says here as well. I think it's important. Play this clip.
You need to know who you are, and you need to be very strong and smart, and, you know, he needs to know that he could rely on me sometimes, you know, and we share a lot of stuff together. I don't think he's control freak at all.
And you hear her there saying, you know, that she was there for him and that you have to know how to be there for him. This is a tape that Stephanie Winston Wolkoff made of Melania referring to Stormy and how she referred to her, and the fact that Vogue was, and this was really got to Melania, that Stormy was getting all of this attention and not Melania. This is when Melania was disgracing the White House. Here, let me show you this. Play this clip.
If you go Google and read it. And Annie Leibovitz shot the porn hooker, and she will be one of the issues September or October.
What do you mean she shot the porn hooker?
Stormy.
Shut the fuck up. For what?
Oh, you didn't read it? Yeah, it was yesterday came out. For Vogue. She will be in Vogue. Annie Leibovitz shot her.
And think about how Donald Trump had used Melania before as a tool for his attempt to seize power, and how she would go and do all of these interviews, despite the fact that the way she got into the United States of America has a massive, massive question mark, would be putting it very nicely. The way her parents got into America is a massive, I wouldn't even say a massive question mark. It's everything that Donald Trump opposes when it comes to other groups of people. But remember what she did when it came to what she was saying about President Barack Obama and how she laundered Trump's disinformation. You remember that? So as Donald Trump is shaming and humiliating her, don't feel bad at all because of this. Play this clip.
But what is this with the birth certificate obsession? Did he ask to see yours when you met him?
I needed to put mine anyway, because if you want to become an American citizen, you need to put the birth certificate.
Right.
I have a birth certificate from Slovenia. And do you want to see President Obama birth certificate or not?
I've seen it.
It's not the birth certificate.
Well, it's a certificate of live birth, right, which they get. But Melania, if he insists on what he's saying, then no one in Hawaii can ever run for president because they all get the same live birth certificate.
Well, but they need to
Bette
have...
Midler is finished, for example.
They need to have, and in one way, it will be very easy if President Obama just show it, and because it's not only Donald who wants to see it. It's American people who voted for him and who didn't vote for him. They want to see that.
But it's on display in Chicago. We've seen it on the internet. We've seen it. It's not the same as yours, but it's a certificate of live birth.
Well, we feel it's different than birth certificate.
All right. Well, I think you should give it up at this point.
Well, it's not. It's not him that it's bringing up. It's the media all the time. His points are really about bringing back the jobs.
Melania also destroyed the Rose Garden, by the way. She also plagiarized former First Lady Michelle Obama. Lots of people forget that Melania quite literally stole Michelle Obama's convention speech, and Melania used Michelle Obama's speech as Melania's convention speech. Here, play this clip.
The values that you work hard for what you want in life.
For what you want in life.
That your word
is your bond. That you do what you say you're going to do.
Keep your promise.
That you treat people
with
dignity and respect, and because we want our children and all children in this nation to know that the only limit to the height of your achievements is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard for them.
So we know from the testimony of Michael Cohen was asked, do you think Donald Trump did any of this to try to hide this from Melania or cover it up from Melania? And Michael Cohen said what Donald Trump had told Cohen was basically, you think I care? You know how quick I will be off the market if Melania leaves me? How gross and how disgusting of a statement is that? You know what? I think Melania knows that by showing up, her past will resurface. And it's a dark past. And so you may hear that clip of her saying those things about Stormy and her saying all of these things. Remember some of the characteristics that we talk about with MAGA and some of the things that they do, because you know the story about how Melania got here, right? How she worked for a modeling agency, and the modeling agency was run by someone named, one of the modeling agencies, Paolo Zampoli, who would bring in Eastern European women models, young Eastern European women models. Then he would throw events at the Kit Kat Club in Manhattan, the Kit Kat Club, and he would invite wealthy men from Manhattan to meet the young, beautiful Eastern European women who were his models, and they would all meet together at the Kit Kat Club, and that's how Donald Trump met Melania. And then Paolo Zampoli helped get her the Einstein visa, the Genius visa, sometimes it's called. So it expedited her ability to get a green card. It put her on a path towards citizenship. She marries Donald Trump. Donald Trump immediately, during that time period, while she's pregnant, you got Stormy Daniels situation. You've got Karen McDougal situation. You know what I'm talking about. And that's the centerpiece of this case. So this is a sensitive spot for Melania because it also exposes how Donald Trump met her during that time period and what Donald Trump was doing. And so let me just get you the direct quote from Stephanie Winston Wolkoff right now, because she's been the one posting a lot of this stuff, including this one right here. This was a video of Melania, Stephanie Winston Wolkoff. This is a video of Melania from right around when she first met Donald Trump as well. Here, let me show you this clip.
Let's see what's happened.
Different opinions about
the prenuptial agreement, about sign it, not to sign it. Everybody decided what is inside of them.
So you're not ruling out anything?
No. Like this, they don't know me.
Well, you don't see many 26-year-old supermodels on the arm of 53-year-old car mechanics.
You know what? You can't sleep or to hug or to talk with beautiful things, with beautiful apartment, beautiful plane, beautiful cars, beautiful houses. You can't do that. You could feel very empty. And if somebody said you know, you're with a man because it's rich and famous. They don't know me.
Fascinating, fascinating. Here, let me just read for you what Winston Walkoff said. I don't think we're going to see Melania Trump accompanying Donald Trump to court. I do not see her supporting him in this way because she is not someone I think that you can feel that humiliation without having to put yourself in the cameras. Everything Melania does is stage, and everything is articulated in a way for her before she does her interview. So everything, as I said, is very strategically planned. She is not going to put herself in a position where she's given anyone the opportunity to say anything negative about her. And you see right there, you know, all of the things that are being said about her at the trial. What Donald Trump told Stormy. Stormy said that Donald Trump was like, you look like my daughter Ivanka. Don't worry about Melania. It doesn't matter. We sleep in separate beds anyway. Who gives a crap about Melania? Words to that effect. You heard Cohen's testimony. We know about the hush money payments. I mean, you know, but Donald Trump bringing to the trial Anna Paulina Luna, Matt Gaetz, all these people, these corrupt MAGA Republicans, dressing them up in suits. Like, they're willing to suffer the humiliation that Melania isn't. What about those videos, huh? I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million together.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.